Hey Ma, do you know what bursts my bubble?
What bursts your bubble, Andrew?
The Long Island serial killer.
I think it bursts everyone's bubble.
They caught him.
I know. It's amazing. All these years.
Yeah, so I thought he kind of looked a little bit like Dad, didn't you?
No.
You don't think so?
Everybody at that age looks kind of the same.
I mean, he kind of looked like a middle-aged man. He kind of looked like Dad a little bit, you know?
Well.
Yeah.
So yeah, I find it really interesting. What happens to his family? You know, like.
Yeah, I was making social media content about and titling it "The Long Island Serial Killer," and I was making artwork titled "The Long Island Serial Killer," where I was indicating, because we live by Go-Go Beach. We're in Massapequa. The Long Island Serial Killer was in Massapequa Park. And I was creating artwork saying my mom, about predicate logic, illustrating how my mom said, I'm going to collect seashells at Go-Go Beach. Therefore, she's saying, I'm like the Long Island serial killer who tortured you. I'm just illustrating concepts in mental health. And I also made videos where I made jokes about the Long Island serial killer, just like almost assuming he wasn't even a real person. Meanwhile, he lived within walking distance of our house.
And shopped at the same store.
Yeah, right. So with that said, I mean, hypothetically speaking, could he have searched Long Island serial killer, saw some dipshit from Massapequa making this silly, sensationalistic?
No.
I mean, it's possible.
He was too busy focused on and obsessed on his victims.
Right. Yeah. I mean, like they said, the guy was obsessively Googling the victims that he. And
you just don't understand.
Yeah,
why.
I mean, but like, if you were a serial killer, hypothetically speaking, wouldn't you Google Long Island serial killer? I mean, and then if he saw some like silly dipshit like me making sensationalistic videos, could he
go after you?
I mean, maybe it's like Beavis and Butthead Do America. Maybe they'll say to me, "Oh, Andrew, you helped take down Lisk."
Or
you know what I mean?
Yeah, like it's silly because it's like.
And I'll be like, yeah. Well, I got a girlfriend now, Mr. President, and the president will say, "Nope, Andrew, you're still a loser, man, child."
You took down the serial killer.
You took down the serial killer.
It was actually a piece of pizza that took down.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I mean, it definitely has nothing to do with me, but for a sensationalistic comedy, it would be funny if my
like a Beavis and Butthead.
Like I took down the serial killer. Well, I got a girlfriend. No, you know what I mean?
yeah, like Beavis and Butthead. Yeah, but it's I guess what bothers me about the whole thing is the family, like waking up and. Oh, by the way, you're living with a serial killer. Can you imagine?
Right, but realistically speaking, this guy was very scary. All kidding aside, this guy was very scary.
Yep.
He killed people.
Many people.
I mean, we make Beavis and Butthead jokes about it, but I don't think we fathom if this guy really was coming after you. It's scary. There was people in the Massapequa Preserve who said they got chills. They were creeped out by how creepy this guy was.
Yeah, he popped up behind them in the preserve when they were by Brady Park, and that's right here in Massapequa, Brady Park.
Right. So although we're making jokes like, ha, it's like Beavis and Butthead, I took down Lisk, it's not a sensationalistic comedy. This is a real person in the real world who victimized your prostitutes, and it's scary,
Yeah, very scary, and that's why you have to be weary of people and.
Yeah, not everybody's what he seemed. And he what was he working as, an architect?
Yep, an architect in New York City.
An architect in New York City, and like everybody says, was it Billy Baldwin, who's an actor?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like they said, we never suspected he'd be a serial killer. It seems like that's what everybody says about everybody. I never suspected it would be him, but sure.
But you know what's interesting?
What?
The psychological profile for a serial killer is him.
Right. So
that
is
what it is.
it is.